All right, so you're interested in surgical instrument makers,
Right.
a career most people probably don't think twice about. But
Yeah, definitely not.
it's got to be crucial. I mean, surgeons can't exactly operate with butter knives.
It's true. Their work is absolutely essential, and the precision involved is incredible.
Yeah.
They are truly hidden artisans in the world of medicine.
Yeah, it's fascinating. We've got your stack of sources here, articles, a career guide, even some forum discussions.
Okay.
And it seems like you want the full picture, what they do, the pros and cons, how they break into the field.
Right.
So,
Let's get to it.
okay, first things first. Picture a bustling operating room. The pressure's on every second counts. I'm realizing now that none of that happens without the right instruments.
You're absolutely right. And it's not just about scalpels and forceps, which are what most people picture.
Right.
These skilled craftspeople create a mind-boggling array of tools, delicate graspers, powerful cutters,
Wow.
and even those high-tech scopes used in minimally invasive procedures.
I was blown away by the variety shown in that instrument maker's forum thread.
Yeah.
Like some of those tools were so intricate they looked like they belonged in a watchmaker's shop.
That's a great comparison. The level of precision required is extraordinary.
Yeah.
We're talking about working with materials like titanium, demanding incredible accuracy and an eye for detail,
Right.
and the use of 3D printing.
Oh, wow.
That's revolutionizing the field, allowing for intricately designed, custom-made instruments tailored to a specific surgeon or even a patient's anatomy.
3D printing, that's got to be a game changer.
Huge.
It makes me think about how they decide to use that technology. Is it for whole instruments or just specific parts?
That's a great question. It varies depending on the complexity and purpose of the instrument. Sometimes it's more efficient to 3D print intricate components that would be incredibly difficult to make traditionally. Other times, the entire instrument might be printed, especially if it's a unique design. The possibilities are pretty astounding.
So, this career is a blend of traditional craftsmanship and cutting-edge tech. Talk about job security with those skills. But what about the other side of the coin? The RoleCatcher guide mentions some pretty intense stuff. Long hours, constant pressure, even potential exposure to hazardous materials.
Right.
That's a lot to handle.
It's true. It's not a career for the faint of heart.
Right.
The stakes are high. We are talking about instruments that are literally used to save lives. One tiny imperfection could have significant consequences. That level of responsibility can mean intense pressure and long hours, especially when working on urgent cases.
I bet. Imagine the focus needed to maintain that level of precision under pressure. Definitely not a job for someone who likes to rush.
No.
But I imagine there's a huge sense of satisfaction, too, knowing your work has such a direct impact on healthcare.
Absolutely. The knowledge that your instruments are literally holding someone's life in the balance.
Yeah.
That's a powerful motivator. And beyond personal fulfillment, this career path is in high demand. Skilled workers are difficult to come by, which usually translates into excellent job security and competitive salaries.
Okay, so high stakes, but high reward, too. But how does someone even become a surgical instrument maker? It's not like they teach that in high school.
That's where it gets interesting. Let's take a look at the typical career trajectory for someone entering this field. It shares some similarities with other skilled trades, starting with apprenticeships. You're right, it's not typically a high school subject,
Right.
much like becoming a skilled craftsperson in any field aspiring. Surgical instrument makers often start with apprenticeships, learning the ropes from seasoned professionals.
So it's about getting hands-on experience right from the start.
Absolutely.
That makes a lot of sense. The RoleCatcher guide mentions starting with tasks like assisting with repairs and maintenance.
Exactly. Before creating brand new instruments, a novice needs to understand how to maintain and repair existing ones.
Right.
This foundation is crucial. A surgeon needs to have absolute confidence in their tools.
Yeah.
A dull scalpel or misaligned forceps can make a huge difference in surgery, potentially leading to complications or longer procedures.
You're right. A dull scalpel is the last thing you'd want during surgery.
Exactly.
So it's about understanding the instruments inside and out, mastering those fine-tuned adjustments. The guide also mentioned quality control analysis. What does that entail for an instrument maker?
Imagine having to spot the tiniest flaw in a meticulously crafted instrument, a microscopic burr on a cutting edge,
Wow.
a subtle bend in a delicate forceps. Quality control analysis is all about scrutinizing every detail and ensuring each instrument meets the highest standards of precision and functionality before it even reaches the operating room.
It's like being a detective for tiny imperfections.
Yeah,
It reminds me of something else mentioned in the sources, the need for continuous learning in this field. Sounds like technology is always evolving.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
The medical field is in constant motion with new procedures and technologies emerging all the time.
Right.
Surgical instruments need to keep pace with those advancements. This means staying updated on new materials, manufacturing techniques, even software for those computer-aided designs.
Speaking of materials, it's not just about stainless steel anymore, right?
Right.
The guide mentioned titanium, even specialized plastics, each with unique properties. How do they choose the right material for the job?
That's a crucial aspect of the job.
Yeah.
Each material brings its own advantages and disadvantages to the operating table. Take titanium, for example.
Okay.
It's incredibly strong and lightweight, ideal for instruments needing to be both durable and precise, like those tiny bone plates used in orthopedic surgery. However, it can be trickier and more expensive to work with. On the other hand, we have medical-grade plastics, often used for disposable instruments or components requiring biocompatibility. Think of things like catheters or certain types of implants. They need to interact safely with the human body.
That's amazing. They need to be experts in materials science, too. This field is more complex than it seems.
It is.
The RoleCatcher guide also touched on the career progression. They mentioned entry-level, junior, and senior positions.
It's a common structure for many skilled trades.
Okay.
At the entry level, you're focusing on mastering fundamental skills under the guidance of experienced makers. Think precision metalworking operating specialized machinery, understanding the intricacies of various instrument types. As you progress to a junior maker, you might specialize in a particular type of instrument or repair, taking on more responsibility in complex tasks.
So you work your way up to being a specialist, like those folks in the forum thread who were discussing the intricacies of laparoscopic instruments. That's fascinating. And eventually, you could even lead a team of instrument makers or work directly with surgeons on developing brand new tools. That's the dream.
It is a testament to the growth potential within this field. While technical expertise is paramount, those soft skills, communication, teamwork, problem-solving, become increasingly important as you climb the ladder. Remember, even though we're talking about incredibly precise technical work, it's ultimately about people helping people.
And speaking of cutting edge, you can't forget about those robots.
Right.
I was reading an article about how they're being used for some of the more intricate tasks in instrument manufacturing.
Yeah.
I can just picture it, a robot arm meticulously welding together the tiny components of a laparoscopic instrument.
It's incredible how robotics and automation are changing the manufacturing landscape, and surgical instruments are no exception. These advancements allow for even greater precision and efficiency, especially for those repetitive tasks that require absolute consistency.
But that makes me wonder, what does this mean for the future of surgical instrument makers?
Right.
Will they need to become robotics experts, trading in their hand tools for programming skills?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
While it's sure that automation will likely change some aspects of the job, I believe those core skills, attention to detail problem solving, understanding the interplay between materials and the human body, will always be essential, even as technology advances. Think of it as an evolution, not a replacement.
So maybe a future where humans and robots work side by side in the instrument workshop.
Precisely. Humans will likely take on more of a supervisory role, ensuring quality control troubleshooting issues, and perhaps even collaborating with surgeons on those unique custom-designed instruments that require a human touch.
Makes sense. There's always going to be a need for that human ingenuity, that ability to adapt and innovate on the fly, something a machine can't replicate. Especially when you're talking about instruments used in life-saving procedures. You definitely want that human oversight.
Exactly. And let's not forget the importance of human connection. Working directly with surgeons, understanding their unique needs, troubleshooting problems in real time. These are all critical aspects of the job that require empathy, creativity, and communication skills. Those go far beyond technical expertise.
Wow, you've given me a lot to think about. It's clear that the field of surgical instrument making is evolving, and those who can adapt and embrace new technologies will be in high demand.
Absolutely. This deep dive has highlighted that adaptability and a commitment to lifelong learning are essential for anyone considering this career path.
Well said. It's a career with immense impact, crafting the tools that help save lives, one meticulously crafted instrument at a time. For anyone out there who loves working with their hands, has a passion for precision, and is driven to make a real difference, surgical instrument making might just be the perfect fit.
I couldn't agree more. It's a hidden world of craftsmanship technology and a deep commitment to healthcare.
And on that note, we've reached the end of our deep dive. It's been a fascinating exploration of a career that's often overlooked but vitally important. We've journeyed from the bustling operating room to the meticulous world of instrument making, uncovering the skills, dedication, and even the artistry involved.
We've delved into the challenges, the rewards, and the evolving landscape of this fascinating field, highlighting the importance of human skill in an increasingly technological world.
And for all of you listening, we hope this deep dive has sparked your curiosity and inspired you to look beyond the surface to uncover those hidden careers that quietly impact our world in extraordinary ways. So keep exploring, keep learning, and who knows what fascinating fields you might uncover.